What's up, y'all? I'm sorry. I'm trying to do too much at one time. Can everybody see me and hear me? Well, not see me. I know I'm not on camera. I'm not on screen, but can everybody hear me? Now you just saw my TikTok and Justice for Hamilton. Let me tell you something. You and my students at Hamilton can kick rocks. Okay? Sick all of it. Justice for Hamilton. Ha! Justice for me. What about me? Excuse me. See, that's what happened. All right, you guys, we have a lot going on today, okay? We have a lot going on. So I want to make sure everybody can see me and hear me. Ebby responded, so y'all can hear me because Ebby laughing. Okay. So a couple of things. First of all, it is still Teacher Appreciation Week. So feel free to tip a teacher. And if that teacher is me, you know, I welcome all tips, okay? We are on both channels right now. Can y'all see me on both channels? What up, Cruiser? Okay, y'all can see me on both channels. Now, on my main channel, on ReallyBTV, it is on membership only mode because I want you guys to come over to the other channel. I want y'all to come over to ReallyBTV Reviews. So if you are not a member, you do not have to become a member. But come on over to ReallyBTV Reviews and hang out with us over there today. So that's why we're on both channels. One, because most of what I want to talk about is TV talk. And I was going to just do a live on the ReallyBTV channel, reviews channel, because a lot of what I want to talk about is TV talk today. But there are a few news stories. So I said I'll go on both channels. The other thing is I don't have a long time today because I have a meeting to go to this evening. But I knew El Teddy was traveling and he wasn't going live, so I slid in his position. I slid on over. So come on over and drum roll, please. I have started the membership on my review channel. And I had this conversation with you guys on my review channel over the weekend. I was hesitant about starting membership on this channel because I had so many overlap subscribers and I didn't want y'all to feel like, dang, I'm a member on this channel. Why I got to be a member on that channel too? So I waited a really long time. I've been eligible for membership for almost a year. But I feel like now I have enough people that are on the review channel that's not necessarily on the other channel. And we're going to offer different things. So what I told you guys, the main thing we're going to be offering, a lot of my retro content will be members only, at least in the beginning. I'll probably open it up to everybody after after a couple of weeks or whatever. But in the beginning, it's going to be members only content. And part of the reason why is retro is, thank you, Cross Country Cruiser, for becoming a member. And I did give some memberships. So 5 people were gifted memberships on the ReallyBTV Reviews channel. So congratulations to Queen Capricorn, Quake Simmons, Robin Curry, Vintage 1970, and DK. So you guys were gifted a membership, okay? But my retro stuff is going to be on, a lot of that is going to be on members only over on the channel. So the first thing we're going to be doing on members only, the first episode of the Living Single in Review podcast dropped today. So I will be listening to that and we're going to be reviewing that. So we're going to be doing retro reviews of Living Single as we follow the podcast that was started by Erica Alexander and Kim Coles. So they dropped the first episode today for the first episode of Living Single. So I got to watch the episode. And then I'm going to listen to the podcast and we're going to talk about the pilot episode. The funniest thing, thank you, Lady Libra, for becoming a member. The funniest thing that happened was I was talking to my students. This is one of those things I wish I could have got on video and I'd have made a TikTok out of it. I can't remember what class it was. One of my classes, somehow or another, Friends came up, right? And one of my students was like, I don't like Friends. They stole from Living Single. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, they stole from Living Single. That was Living Single. And Friends stole it. They took the whole concept and didn't even give credit for it. And they the ones that became millionaires while Living Single. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. And we had a whole conversation about living single versus friends and the similarities and stuff like that. It makes me wonder why nobody ever sued, because it really is a 100% ripoff. Thank you, Ebby, for becoming a member. It really is a ripoff, and I'm just really wondering why nobody ever sued. Which maybe we'll get into that on the podcast. Maybe they'll talk about it on the podcast. I don't know. So I did see where Kim Fields is actually on the podcast with them. So I would, love to hear all of these perspectives. And I'm sure before it's over with, they're going to try to get everybody who was on the show to come on the podcast. I can't say for certain they will. I know Erica Alexander and T.C. Carson are really good friends in real life. So he'll probably make an appearance at some point. The John Henson, the guy who plays Overton, not sure about him. But the fact that Kim Fields was already on there, that bodes well. Queen Latifah, I do not know if Queen Latifah, I'm not saying she won't. I just don't know. But I would love to see everybody at some point be on the podcast. I will say that Erica Alexander, she did not throw a dig at Queen Latifah. I want to be very clear when I say this. She did not throw a dig at Queen Latifah, but she threw a dig at the fact that some people were able to walk away from living single and do very well, and other people couldn't get an acting gig in an off Broadway. And she alluded to Queen Latifah. And again, it wasn't a dig at Queen Latifah. I want to be very clear. At least that's not how I took it. I took it as her saying, all of us did really well on the show. All of us were fan favorites. Myself and Kyle. I really wish her and Kyle could have had like a spinoff. I would love to have seen her and Kyle have a spinoff. But, so again, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, I don't feel like she was a dig at Queen Latifah. Because, Queen Latifah, you can't be mad at Queen Latifah because she was able to take it and hone it for whatever it was. Because remember, Queen Latifah had the talk show after that. But Queen Latifah did something very smart. She started her own production company, and she actually started, I think he did too, Chuck. I think Alexander Rogers did a episode about it. I do feel like Queen Latifah started her own production company where she sort of did her own she started producing her own projects. So, and she was doing acting before Living Single. Living Single definitely catapulted her, but she had done some stuff before Living Single. So again, I do not think it was a dig at Queen Latifah. Okay. So, baby, we have some TV talk to get into, but let's start off with, we have a couple of quick hits before we get into, because the TV talk is going to take up most of this, but let's get into a couple of the quick hits. Listen, I still need her Queen makeup line to come back. She had a makeup line? I did not know. I know she did. She was a CoverGirl spokesperson, but I didn't know she had her own makeup line. Oh, Xavier, I need you to do me a favor. You're the perfect person to do this. Xavier, can you do me a favor and can you look up the year of Dorit and PK's robbery? It's important for one of the stories we're going to be talking about. If you could do that for me, please, I appreciate you. Mwah, my love. Okay. So let's get into a couple of these quick hits. Okay. The drink is good. Yes, thank you. The drink it's sparkling water with a hint of lime. Y'all know I gave up soda for Lent, and I have had a soda since Lent was over, but I've had like maybe 3 sodas since Lent was over. So I've really been trying to stick with the water and all of that. So I really do like the sparkling water. I got a case of it when I went to Costco the other day. Yeah, I might have to give in and just go back and get my Costco card back, because baby, when I tell you, there's certain things in there that I was like, ooh, I do want this. Ooh, I do want that. And they were robbed in 2018. Thank you. And me running over to my mama house every time, that might not work. Okay. So let's get into it. First of all, black smoke has been reported at the Vatican. And for those who don't know what that means, It says black smoke pours from the Sistine Chapel, indicating the conclave has not elected a pope on the first vote. So they're going to go to bed tonight and they're going to try it again in the morning. So we do not have a pope yet. I believe the smoke will be red when they elect a pope. Is it red or white? It's one of them colors. But as long as the smoke is black, that means they've already had at least one vote, but they have to get 89 votes. That is what the majority is. They have to get 89 votes. So they do not have that. So as of right now, we still do not have a pope. Okay. White. Thank you, Mo Walker. White smoke. Thank you. White smoke. Thank you. Okay. They were robbed twice, 2018 and 2021. Is 2021 the robbery that we all know about from the show? That's the one I'm looking for. Is that the one? Not smoke signals. Yes, that is what it is. So and the article I read said they get ready to go to bed. So they're not going to vote again tonight because it's 9:00 over in the Vatican. So they're going to vote tomorrow again. So not the next pope will be a YN. Y'all, what does YN stand for? Does that stand for young Igor? Because I keep seeing YN, and that's how I know I'm getting old, because I have no idea. Is that what it stands for? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, because I was just like, why do I keep seeing this YN pop up everywhere? Okay, all right. I'm laughing because I can hear Abby in my head. When Abby be typing, I hear her saying it to me. Okay. I just had to make sure. I just had to make sure. Okay. Oh, well, I'm sure I got a couple of YNs in my class. Okay. Not somebody called you a YN grandma. Lord. Yes, I'm already having an auntie moment. Y'all keep me young. Y'all keep me young. Now, I thought that's what it was, but I just had to make sure. Not what in the witchcraft and wizardry is going on. That's how they always elect the Vatican, the new pope. Y'all just don't be paying attention because y'all not Catholic. But us Catholics, we know that's how they always elect the pope. Side note, for every single Harry Potter fan, if you are a Harry Potter fan, I need you to immediately go over to the TikTok or to your Instagram, and I need you to follow Kev on Stage. He might even upload it on his YouTube because he's on all of it. And I need you to upload Kev on Stage. If you are not already following Kev on Stage, okay, thank you, Xavier. That's just what I needed. Thank you, baby. If you are not already following Kev on Stage, I need y'all to go because he started watching Harry Potter from the beginning. He's never watched Harry Potter. And so he's on Facebook too. Okay. Y'all know I'll be on Facebook. He started watching Harry Potter from the beginning. And he has been uploading his review after every episode, after every movie. Number one, his videos are hilarious. To see this grown man find Harry Potter at this grown age and get his virgin review of what he's looking at from the first movie until now, it is hilarious. That's number one. Okay. Number two, the comment sections are hilarious because for all of us Harry Potter fans, and we know what he's about to find out when he watches the next movie, it's hilarious to see us talk about his response or his impression of Harry Potter for the first time. He just finished watching The Deathly Hallows Part 1, and he is disgusted. Actually, it was the Goblet of Fire. He was like, what kind of school is Hogwarts? Like, how these kids really can be dying? Like, and how Ron, what he say Ron had a bitch moment? What he call Ron? He said when Ron got mad at Harry, he was like, why would Harry lie? Why would Harry lie? Why would Harry lie about entering a tournament where he could possibly die? Like, what you mad for? And then you find out that he ain't do it. Now you coming back around apologizing. And when the people in the comments was like, oh, hold on, because Ron gonna have a couple of more of them moments. Like, it was right. He called Ron a hoe. That's what it was. And people in the comments were like, oh, he gonna have a couple of more of them moments. And I'm surprised when he got to the end of Deathly Hollows when Ron decided to take his wand and go home. Baby, I just knew. When he said Big Dumble fell, baby, when he found out that Dumbledore died, you could see he was so, and again, I remember when I got to the end of the Half-Blood Prince, baby, I sat on because I sat on my bed and I was like, that can't, I didn't read what I just read. No, I didn't read. I cannot. I didn't read that. I can't possibly be reading that. Anyway, if y'all love Harry Potter, I'm telling you, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, that's a good one right there. Yeah, we know that they're making a TV show out of it. Yeah. I'll probably watch it. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole situation right now, but I'll watch it to see what they do with it. I'll watch it to see what they do with it. So that was just a sidebar, child, but that wasn't what we supposed to talk about. Okay. Congratulations to Gabby Douglas. You guys may or may not remember her. She was the black gymnast before Simone Biles. She was after Dominique Dawes and before Simone Biles, right? And I believe it was the first Paris Olympics? And y'all was talking about that girl hair not being done. But congratulations to her. She was just elected she was the first Black all-around gymnast champion inducted into the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame. She is part of the class of 2025. So congratulations, Gabby. We know that she tried to make a little comeback for the last Olympics and then she got injured. I do follow her on TikTok. She does some really cute TikToks where she's doing, the flying squirrel. Yep. Where she does a lot of the acrobatic type stuff. So shout out to her. She had a reality show for a while, and you kind of got an insight into some of her struggles with things. So congratulations to her. So shout out to her. We're going to have a 106 and Park reunion for the BET Awards for 2025. I'm not sure what they mean by a reunion. I mean, does that mean you just going to get Free and AJ to come and announce an award? Does that mean that they're going to, we know that Kevin Hart is hosting, so they're not hosting. So I'm not even sure what they mean by a reunion. I'm not sure what we're getting there. I don't know if I care. I'm not a 106 and Park girl. Okay. So that's not my generation. That's the generation behind me. I was 106 and Park was a must-see TV for me. I didn't tune in for 106 and Park. I'm more of a MTV. I'm an MTV girl. I'm a VH1 girl. I'm a Donnie Simpson girl, right? I'm a Video Connections girl. Or Video Soul, whatever his show was. So I don't really care. But I just thought some of y'all do. Yeah, that's how I feel like, Jay. I feel like they just gonna come out and give an award. Like I really don't care. Again, I wasn't a 106 and Park girl. I mean, obviously I knew what the show was. I remember the show. Yeah, I'm more of a Yo MTV Raps girl. I'm more of a VH1 behind the music kind of girl. Like I don't care. They need to bring 106 and Park back. This will help the music of this generation. I mean, I guess. I think part of the problem, well, and I don't know, I don't understand all of the politics that go on behind the scenes, but I think part of the problem with shows like that, what's up, Phil? Me too. I love behind the music. I think part of the problem with shows like that, where we are now, is so many artists are independent artists. There's no machine behind them, which bodes well for their bottom line. Like artists are making a lot more money than they used to. But shows like that, I think were pushed by the record companies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, it could work, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is people just don't make videos like they used to. You know, people just don't make videos like they used to. Videos were what pushed, like, I'm telling you, and I know for the people who did not grow up in that generation, videos were it. Like, you didn't even care about the song unless it had a good video. Like, if it had a good video, a good video could make or break a song. There were some songs that were straight up trash, but they had great videos, and you were like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I was on Teen Summit a couple of times, y'all. They made videos expensive. Videos are not too expensive to make. It's all the extra shit that they added that made videos expensive. Honestly, it's cheaper to make videos now. They're shooting whole movies on iPhones. It's cheaper. You have so much editing software and AI generated stuff. It's probably cheaper to make videos now than they used to be if people really wanted to sit down and do it. I was on Teen Summit twice. You know, it was right here in DC. So yeah, I was on. They used to go around to the high schools and bring the you know, they would invite the different high schools. So I went twice. I wish I could find the episodes that I was on. They probably around somewhere. It's a DC thing. I had college classmates that want to say, yeah, I mean, they shot it right here in DC, and they shot it every week. So they would go around to the different, you know, high schools and invite us. And they would, you know, give us the permission slips. Back then, you didn't go online. You just had the permission slip and you just showed up. The two conversations I can remember, one, I remember them asking us about what our future plans were. So they were talking about what we wanted to do when we grew up, kind of thing. And they were talking about planning and that kind of stuff. And then another time, I think they were talking about study habits or something. I don't know. Child, y'all, that was 30 years ago. We had less than 30 videos in the early 80s. We watched anything as long as the video was good. Right. I mean, if the video was good, I remember some trash songs, but baby, you remember that video and was like, yes, okay. Or if the video was bad, you'd be like, that video was terrible. Baby, we would sit down and just watch videos over and over again. Video jukebox, it was the same fucking videos. And we would watch it 20 times. You know? Right, see, Golden, we watch bad videos too. Exactly. Yeah, Michael Jackson definitely blew up the video game. But yeah. The box all summer, yes. It got to the point where I knew the numbers because the numbers would pop up on the screen and you would see the number. You'd be like, oh, that's Michael Jackson. Oh, that's Run DMC. Oh, that, because it was the same videos over and over again. All right. Baby, Kev is hilarious. Kev is hilarious. I remember when MTV only played white artists. Me too. Michael Jackson actually broke that barrier. Or was it Run DMC? Wait a minute. Was it Michael Jackson or Run DMC? I know Walk This Way was the first rap video played on MTV, but I think Billie Jean was the first black artist played on MTV. But I believe that Run DMC was the first rap video, Walk This Way. Because, of course, it was with. Was it Thriller or was it Billie Jean? Maybe it was Thriller. I know it was the Thriller album. It was either Thriller or Billie Jean. Yeah, Run DMC Walk This Way was the first. I know that was the first rap video. Michael Jackson was the first black artist. It was Billie Jean. Thank you. I thought it was Billie Jean. It was because remember Billie Jean was released before Thriller was. Thriller was a damn movie. Y'all remember Thriller? Remember they had VHS tapes that was just the Thriller video. It was like Thriller was a movie. Thriller was a whole movie. Yeah, it was Billie Jean. Billie Jean was the first. Michael Jackson was the first black artist with Billie Jean, and Run DMC was the first rap artist. Because and that was really because it was Walk This Way was with Aerosmith. Yeah, Thriller was a whole event. I remember Thriller. We had that on VHS, child. Thriller was a whole event. All right. Okay. In fuck around and find out news. The Game has to sell his $4 million Calabasas mansion in order to settle a $7 million judgment. Now, this woman sued him for assault. And I believe she won her case on default. Let me make sure I'm telling the truth. Y'all are going to get enough. Damn it. Rapper The Game is facing the loss of his Calabasas home following a court order to sell the property to help pay off a $7.8 million judgment. All these damn pop-ups. These pop-ups are getting worse, y'all. The decision comes as part of a long-running legal battle with Priscilla Rainey, who was awarded to the multi-million-dollar sum in 2018 after accusing the rapper of sexual misconduct during the taping of the reality series She Got Game. Legal documents revealed that a judge recently approved the sale of the Game's mansion, stating that the home's value could potentially cover protected homeowner exemptions and existing liens while still generating funds towards the judgment. In such situations, courts are required to authorize the sale of it if it means the creditor could receive even a partial payment. Rainey originally filed her lawsuit in 2015, claiming The Game assaulted her while filming the show. The rapper's failure to consistently appear in court led to default. Over the years, efforts to collect the judgment have intensified. In mid-2023, a judge issued a writ of execution after alleging The Game had transferred ownership of the property to his manager, Whack 100, in an attempt to avoid payment. The rapper was summoned in October to argue why the house shouldn't be sold, but the court moved forward regardless. The situation underscores the serious financial and legal consequences of ignoring court orders and attempting to shield assets from judgment enforcement. Y'all, I'm just not understanding. Why do these people think that if they ignore something, it'll go away? Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. My air conditioner cut on and I had my door open and my windows open and I had to turn my air conditioner up. Why would you ever trust a man named Whack 100? Child. So here's the thing. I'm just not understanding. You didn't you played it for a joke when she was suing you. And then when you lost, this has been going on for what? 8, 5, 6, 7 years. You deserve to lose that house, sir. You deserve it. I don't even know whether you did what that woman said you did, but the fact that you didn't take it seriously led to the situation that you're in. And at this point, you deserve to lose that house. Sell that house, get that woman her money. Moving right along. Sell that house and get that lady her money. Moving right along. Okay. So there's that. Diddy Trial Day 3. And you would think, well, what happened on the Diddy Trial Day 3? It couldn't be that much happening with the Diddy Trial Day 3. Child, something happened with the Diddy Trial Day 3. So let's talk about it. Diddy Trial Day 3. The judge had to rebuke Diddy and his attorneys. So let's read about it. It says attorney Mark Garagos receives rebuke from a federal judge. Now, this is coming from Hip Hop Wired, which is Dennis Byron, so you know. But I'm going to read you what it says. The courtroom drama in Sean Diddy Combs' explosive federal trial just got hotter, and not because of the evidence. In a fiery showdown Tuesday morning, U.S. District Judge Aaron, we're just going to say Judge S, because I'm not going to butcher that man's name every time I say it, torched Diddy's lawyer, Mark Garagos, over jaw-dropping comments he made on a TMZ podcast, including calling the prosecution team a six-pack of white women. Sir, I'm sorry. You called them people what? You called them people a six-pack of white women? The judge wasn't having it. Behind closed doors, just before jury selection resumed, the judge lit into Garagos, calling the remarks outrageous and warning the veteran celebrity lawyer that such antics would not be tolerated in any courtroom in America. Now, I don't know how they know what was said behind closed doors, but we're going to read through it, okay? We're going to read through it. Garagos, who's representing Diddy's mom in another case, and has been linked to the hip hop mogul for years, tried to spin it as commentary on racial bias and a defense against bad press, but prosecutors weren't buying it. And the judge agreed. Prosecutors weren't buying it. The danger of infecting the jury pool is very serious, said Assistant U.S. Attorney Mary Slavik. Clearly fed up with the courtroom circus, she urged the judge to shut down the podcast posturing before it poisons the trial. And the judge agreed, officially putting the defense on notice. Any more wild media stunts, there could be serious consequences. This latest twist adds more fuel to an already sensational case, with Diddy battling federal charges and the courtroom crawling with the media. Jury selection is still underway, and now so is the war of words. This is courtesy of Hip Hop Inquirer. Yeah. Listen, I can only tell you what's being reported, y'all. I wasn't in the courtroom. Baby, they got an overflow room. That's how many people are at this trial, which we knew. This trial has worldwide attention. So we knew it was going to be like that for you know. But this is, again, I can't say for certain what was said behind closed doors, but this is what's being reported. I'm just telling you. They're trying to save Diddy's reputation instead of keeping him out of jail. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Tracy said the bar is open and she has blueberry margaritas, a hot honey old fashioned, and a mango martini. Let me try that hot honey old fashioned. That sounds delicious. Not Diddy is like candy. He's worldwide. Pam was saying them folks are camping outside, so she's not going over there. Yeah, I mean, it's not, honestly, if you live in New York and you can afford to go down there, that's one thing. But unless you have a guaranteed way in, it's a lot. And because it's federal, a lot of people feel like it's worth it because it is federal. It's not like it's going to be streaming. It's not going to be online like some of these, like the YSL trial and stuff like that. So it is worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's worth it. But the reality is, if you're not guaranteed to get in and you don't live there, it's not worth it to travel, pay for a hotel. New York ain't cheap just to go up there and not even be able to get in the overflow room. It's a lot. But we'll keep up with, the people who are there and what they're reporting. And again, if I need to adjust it, because y'all know sometimes things come out that are not necessarily accurate. If I have to adjust it, I will. If we have to adjust ourselves, honey, we will adjust ourselves accordingly. Okay. All right. So let's get into this TV talk, because I think that's everything that was on my list. So let's get into this TV talk. So first of all, I have made a decision about Divorced. Is it called Divorced Sisters? The new show that's going to be on BET. It debuts January the 9th. I have decided that I'm going to give it a chance. Even though y'all voted overwhelmingly no, I must say, y'all were like, no, we don't want you to review this show. But here's the reason why I'm going to review the show, at least in the beginning. I'm only committing myself to the first 10 episodes. And the only reason why I say that is because Tyler Perry plays them same games that Carlos plays when it comes to season 1, season 2. He be doing season 1, part 1, season 1, part 2. And ain't nobody got time for all of that. So I will commit to the first 10 episodes. Okay? Here's the reason why. Number one, it's starring Lauren London, and I love her. I think she did the damn thing on Greenleaf. I'm here for it. Okay, I'm here for it. Number two, I did not realize that it was also starring Kadeen Ellis. I absolutely, positively love Kadeen Ellis. For those who do not know who they are, DeVal, he stars on Sisters, and he also has a spinoff, Fatima and whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I said Lauren London. I meant LaToya Luckett. Lord, not Lauren London. Y'all, I meant LaToya Luckett. Lord. Don't put it in the comments. I'm correcting myself. LaToya Luckett. What up, Don? Thank you. That's what I meant, y'all. I meant LaToya Luckett. Please don't nobody put that in the comments. I meant LaToya Luckett. Okay. So I absolutely love her. Her and DeVal are married, and they I follow them on social media. I've been following them for a long time. And I love them. I love their content on social media. They did it YouTube and stuff. They kind of blew up on YouTube, which led to these other things. He stars on Sisters, and then like I said, Zatima, they have the spinoff, Zach and Fatima. So she is one of the stars as well. So I said, you know what? That's 2 out of the 4 ladies that I already am fans of. So I'm going to give it a try. But it's still Tyler Perry. And I'm going to go into it knowing and understanding that it is still Tyler Perry. But we're going to give it. I'm going to devote 10 episodes. So we're going to do that. All right. Moving right along. One of the women played LaToya's sister on Greenleaf. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to watch it. It debuts June the 9th over onto the BET. Okay. She was the sister that Jacob had a crush on. Oh, okay. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. Okay. Now let's get into this TV talk. Bravo dropped some news on us today. We've been waiting for this news. Remember, they kept saying that Andy had this big announcement to make, that there was this big announcement that was going to be made, that it was this announcement, that it was an announcement and an announcement. Well, today an announcement was made because, there's no BravoCon right now. I think it comes back this fall. But remember, they took a year off. Usually at BravoCon is when they make these announcements. So some of this stuff we knew was coming, or at least I knew was coming. Some of this stuff, I'm like, I didn't know nothing about that. Like, So let's start with the one I'm probably the least interested in. Let's start with that. Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. And it is being described as when a real housewife takes off her stilettos and steps into a real housewife's shoes. All bets are off as two of entertainment's most iconic franchises are mashed up, leading to laugh out loud moments, personal epiphanies, and an opportunity to see if the grass is truly greener. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I say I'm least interested in this, I really used to like Wife Swap until it became Celebrity Wife Swap. I think a lot of times we ruin good shows by making it celebrity stuff. And here's why I say that. Because a lot of times when it's celebrities, they only want to show, they don't want to show everything. They want to show, they want it to be a controlled environment because they're still trying to protect the brand. When it was regular housewives that they just swapped these people out and it was regular old schmegular people, baby, we saw all they business. We knew all they business, okay? But when it became Celebrity Wife Swap, I just feel like we were getting a sanitized breakdown. It was the same thing with Marriage Boot Camp. Marriage Boot Camp was really good until they made it Celebrity Marriage Boot Camp. Then we started getting fake couples, fake storylines, and it was like, So I think this is gonna rely on which housewives they choose. I think this show could be entertaining for maybe 1 or 2 seasons. I do not see this being a long-term situation. I would love to see them go back and find housewives that maybe weren't that maybe aren't on Housewives anymore. Like, go get Leanne from Dallas. Y'all know I love Leanne, child. Go get some of these housewives that only lasted 1 or 2 seasons, and pull them out. I really don't want us to keep using the same people. Like, I feel like a lot of times when they do these shows, it's the same people over and over again. Like when they like even when they did the Ultimate Girls Trip, like some of those people had already done 2 seasons of Ultimate Girls Trip. I'm like, y'all have probably, if y'all go back, y'all have well over 100 women who have been a part of this franchise since the beginning. I mean, of this, all of the house, the housewives. Y'all can't go back and pull some people that we ain't seen so far. I'm sorry, Really B. I feel like it's going to be all the same washed people. Yeah, and that's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. Like, can we go? And I'm not talking about the people that nobody really remembers, but the people that like again, I know I'm gonna keep using Leanne, but like Leanne made a mark. Like, Leanne was crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Leanne made a mark. Can we use her? No Brandy. I don't want no parts of Brandy Glanville. Although I know she would probably never do it. Adrienne Molov, you know what I'm talking about. Like, she is like super uber duper rich. Like, that would be fun. But I really don't want to see. I do not want to see, what's the crazy racist white lady from the Real Housewives of New York that's been on Ultimate Girls Trip twice, and I don't want her. I don't want her. I don't want her. I don't want the Countess. I don't want Ashley. Ramona. I don't want Ramona. I don't want Ashley. A Darby. I don't want Giselle. I don't want Portia. I don't know who Tinsley is, but sure. I don't know her. Sure, Tinsley. I don't want Teresa Giudice. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring me some people we haven't seen, but we liked. Or at least we like to hate them. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's the first show that Bravo gonna bring us. Okay. The next one is they are rebooting Shahs of Sunset. I mean, it's the Shahs of Sunset, but they're putting a twist on it. They're calling it The Valley Persian style. So Riza, Gigi, and MJ share an unbreakable bond built on years of friendship, fiery clashes, and a kind of history that never fades. They also share a deep connection to their Persian culture, something that runs just as strong in the group of friends they now call family. As they take on the next stage of life in the valley, their world is bigger, their circle is bolder, their challenges are more realer than ever. As we'll see, their next chapter in life is quieter, it's just more complicated. Now, I never watched The Shahs of Sunset, but I feel like I will give this a chance. Now, does that mean I have to go back and watch the other episodes? Like, do I have to go back and watch Shahs of Sunset? Or can I pick this up where we are right here? Xavier said, I wanted Family Karma and Summer House Martha's Vineyard. I did not ask for this. Abby said that I do. Now, Ravine says I don't. So, I don't know when this is supposed to debut. How many seasons were there? Somebody Google how many seasons of Shahs of Sunset there were. Can somebody Google that for me, please? I never got into Family Karma either. There was this show that I did watch. They only did one season of it, and I don't remember the name of it. And I reviewed it too, where it was all of the families were Latino, and they all lived like in Texas, like near the border. One girl, they only did one season. 6 to 8 seasons. I don't know about that one. I don't know if I got time to go. 9. Baby, I don't know if I have 9 seasons in me. I'm still rewatching the old episodes of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. I got sidetracked because y'all wasn't watching them, so I kind of lost interest. But baby, that's another one I can put on members only. And when I say members content, for right now, because my membership is limited, I mean, when I say limited, I don't have that many members on my review channel. It's gonna be on members for like a week. Yeah, like y'all will get first view, and then I'll open it up. That's what I'm saying. You can pick it up. Yeah, I remember that show. You reviewed it. It was that prominent Mexican. I can't remember the name of it. They only had one season, but baby, I remember that girl in there who wasn't taking her citizenship stuff serious. Remember that? Shaw's was housewife on steroids. It was good. Okay. Let me look on Peacock. I bet you Peacock has all the seasons. Maybe I'll look at that, y'all. I'm not committing to anything. I'm just saying. I'm not sure when it debuts, but so that's like when they said they were rebooting Shahs of Sunset, I think that's the reboot they were talking about. Okay. You could just ask me, okay, Abby, what, Abby? A reality show that Abby loved? My gosh. My gosh. Oh. They are bringing back Ladies of London. Now, I didn't watch the original, but I think I may watch this one, y'all. The Ladies of London. So the Ladies of London is back with a new wave of British blue blood, ambitious American expats, and glamorous international socialites. As tradition clashes with the fast-paced, globalized world, these power players redefine what it means to be a woman of status in one of the most iconic cities in the world. Here, connections are currency, and the crown isn't the only thing up for grabs. I'm here for it. I wonder if Stansberry's, she lives in Dubai, but I wonder if now that Dubai is on pause, I wonder if Stansberry is going to have anything to do with it, or if her daughter, her daughter was going to college. So I wonder if Stansberry is going to have anything to do with them. Mexican Dynasties. Thank you. That's what it was. That was actually pretty good, but there was only one season of it. It was actually pretty good. Thank you, little baby. Not it's a bunch of white women that all look alike. I cannot stand y'all sometimes. Shaw's was messy as F, and the drama had history. Thank you for the super chat, boo. I'm gonna check it out. I'm not saying I'm gonna review it, but I'm gonna check it out. I'm not saying I'm gonna look at all 9 seasons either, because y'all asking for a lot. But I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out. That's where I knew Stansbury from. Yeah, from the original Ladies of London. Yeah. So I wonder. I mean, I don't think that she'll move back to Britain to do it, but I'm wondering if she'll make a cameo, or if any of these women she knows, like, she's connected to. I wonder. All right. And now we have a new Real Housewives franchise. Now, it has been rumored. It has been rumored that they were going to do a New Orleans franchise, that they were going to do a Vancouver franchise, and I heard about Rhode Island. Well, they announced that Rhode Island is going to be the next franchise added to the lineup. And let's read this description. Set against the shores of the ocean state, the Real Housewives franchise expands into the world of tight-knit circle of Rhode Islanders who have deep community roots and families that go back generations. With aspirational lives, thriving businesses, and tangled family dynamics, these decade-long friendships prove that in a state this small, there's no escaping your past or each other. I'm going to watch it, y'all. I ain't telling y'all what I'm going to do with it, because I got to see what it's giving. But, I mean, listen, I sat through the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City the first season, and that first season was not that great. So I feel like, Nessa, we had a whole week, baby. I know you just coming in here. We just had a whole conversation about Divorce Sisters. I'm going to do the first 10 episodes, and then we'll make a decision after that. Rhode Island is definitely wealthy. I told y'all how I feel about my housewives shows. I don't care if it's a black franchise or a white franchise, but I want wealth. Okay. I do not want bootleg. I do not want my house. I do not want to tune into the Real Housewives and see them cutting coupons. Okay. That's not what I want in my life. Okay. I want opulence. I want to see them living like I can't be living. Yes, I would love to see them bring back Southern Charm, New Orleans, or if they just do a Real Housewives of New Orleans and bring back some of the players from Southern Charm. I would love to see what's the black girl? Lord, I can see her face, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The one who was like the anchor for Southern Charm. Her father was a football player. She was a news anchor. Starts with a T. Tamika. Was that her name? Tamika? But it was spelled weird. It wasn't spelled like the regular Tamika, but I think it was pronounced Tamika. I would love to see her. I would love to see her friend, the one that was the attorney that had the husband that she was cheating on. Yeah, Tamika. I would love to see the two of them anchor a housewife show. I think they would do a really good job of it. I think they would do it. And they're still friends. I mean, I don't think they're best friends hanging out all the time, but they're still friends. Tamika Lee, yep. Her brother was the attorney that had the white girlfriend that he wouldn't commit to. Mm-hmm. No, that wasn't her brother. That was not her brother. But her brother was on the show. But that wasn't her brother. That wasn't her brother. That was somebody else. She's been on a new show. Yeah, she hosted something. I can't remember what it was, but she hosted a show. So I would love to see her. I think that would be a good anchor. I think that would be a good anchor for that. Mm-hmm. I think it would be. Okay, for those of you that are coming in late, we are on members only on my main channel because we're hanging out over on the review channel today. If you're not subscribed to the review channel, come on over to the ReallyBTV reviews channel and subscribe. It's free 99, y'all. It is free. Yeah, John Moody. Yep, he was on there. It's free 99. The football player didn't pass away, but he was paralyzed. He was in a really, really bad motorcycle accident. And I don't know if he's out of the wheelchair, but I know he was in the wheelchair. He ended up marrying his nurse, I believe. I don't know, again, he doesn't really post on social media and stuff like he used to, or at least I don't follow him. I don't think I unfollowed him. I think he doesn't really post like he used to. And y'all know how Instagram is. If people don't post a lot, they push that content down. So if he is posting, I'm not really seeing it. But the last I saw of him, he got into a really bad, he got into a really bad motorcycle accident where he was in a wheelchair. I don't know if he's permanently paralyzed, but he was in a wheelchair for a really long time. And he did end up remarrying, and I believe the woman he remarried was his nurse. Yeah. And her, the attorney, the one that they were married, she ended up marrying that guy that she had that baby by, but I don't think they're together anymore. They had another baby, but I don't think they're together anymore. And she's still doing her jewelry because I follow her too. She's still doing her jewelry. Jeff, that was his name. Yep. Jeff. Yep. But I think they could do, when they were talking about doing the Real Housewives of New Orleans, that's what I was hoping, that they would get Tamika to sort of be the anchor. Her daughter is actually a really good volleyball player, and their son, I think, just graduated from college. And her daughter, they show, because I still when I used to follow all of these people. When I would review a show, I would just go on Instagram and follow everybody. And a lot of people I just never went back and unfollowed, because y'all know I don't care that much. So a lot of these people I never went back and unfollowed. So that's why I still know like some of what's going on based on what they post on social media. I don't do that anymore now. I really don't be following I don't follow anybody anymore. I don't do that anymore. But I used to do that. Oh, he is permanently paralyzed? Oh, wow. I knew he was in a wheelchair, but I didn't know if it was permanent or not. Oh, I hate to hear that. But I knew it was a really, really bad accident. Like, he almost died. It was really bad. I didn't like her either, because it was just the way things went. It was just, I just seemed like it was so sneaky. And Jeff seemed like he really was a sweetheart. I felt so bad for Jeff. I mean, I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm sure he wasn't, but I felt bad for him. So yeah, I feel the same way. I wasn't crazy about her, but I think she's good TV. Especially, I mean, she's a blue blood. She's got the money. You know, she's a single mom, you know, so she's dating. She probably got a story to tell about her ex-husband. You know, so I think they could find some things going on in New Orleans, but and it still might be on the table. Jeff had drug issues. I didn't know anything about that. I know he drank too much, which I think he was probably drunk when he had that accident. It was a motorcycle accident, because remember, they did talk about his drinking. I remember that, but I didn't know drugs was the issue. You think Jeff might have had CTE? I don't know. We're not gonna, and I'm not talking about you specifically, Chuck. I'm just saying in general. We're not gonna just start saying that every ex-football player that is a little cuckoo, we're gonna start putting CTE on them. Everybody ain't got CTE. Sometimes people just got to do shit because they do shit. And I think Jeff had a drinking issue. I think that was part of the problem. He drank too much. Now, did he drink too much because he had problems, or did he have problems because he drank too much? What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. All right, y'all. Last but not least, let's get into this Dorit and PK divorce, honey. So down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's get into this PK and Dorit divorce. Hold on. Child, y'all know how YouTube be playing games with these notifications. I'm sorry you didn't get the notification. But let's talk about this PK. And y'all know I got to get out of here in a few minutes. Oh, no. Okay. So as you guys know, down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit Kemsley and PK, also known as Paul Kemsley, are getting a divorce. And it is ugly and it is nasty. With a lot of the issues surrounding money, which, let's be fair, it was rumored for a very, very long time that PK and Dorit's money was built on a house of cards. So we know that, you know, that had a lot to do with it. Okay. So let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it. So I've heard a lot of information floating around about their house. We talked about their house being in foreclosure or pre-foreclosure. Come to find out, they didn't even own the house. The house was owned by a company under the agency. And for those who don't know, the agency is Kyle and her husband's company. Kyle was, that's another divorce child. And that there was some liens, and it was just a lot of mess as it relates around their house. Okay. Well, I found this article that talks about PK and Dorit's money issues and how Boy George might be involved. Now, for those who remember, you go back to the first season, you remember that PK was Boy George's manager. He made a couple of appearances on the show. They had an anniversary party where Boy George performed, and they bragged on their relationship with Boy George. So let's read through this. Now, this is coming from Reality Blurb, so to give credit where credit is due. Paul PK Kimsley, and that's why I asked Xavier to look up the year of this robbery that's in question. If you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know that Dorit and PK were robbed, but a lot of people had questions. They came after Garcelle for having questions, but all of us had questions. PK's past financial troubles and potential questionable decisions are resurfacing amid his divorce from Dorit. Over a week after the Real Housewives cast member filed for divorce, just one day after PK had a public makeout session with Shayna Wall, allegedly his new girlfriend, attorney Ronald Richards shared a couple of updates on PK's finances as an insider revealed where the couple stands after that happened. Now, Ronald Richards is the guy that had his foot on Erica Jane's neck, for those who don't know, or the name doesn't sound familiar, child. So here's where we are. Paul Kimsley's use of community funds is going to be a big divorce issue with Dorit, and is the reason why the house was in an LLC. So remember, the house was in an LLC, which I just told you guys, which was under the agency. It was not directly under their name, and here's why. Okay. Dorit's apparent ownership of her and PK's marital home, it says that Paul and PK had two large judgments against him. One judgment for $1.4 million and another judgment for $2.2 million when Dorit first went on the show. So again, remember when they first came on the show and Dorit was talking about how she had 5 nannies and 3 housekeepers and a full-time glam? Remember when she was bragging about all this money she made, and all this money that they had and all of that? Well, baby, they were over $3 million in debt in judgments when the show started. According to Ronald, the judgments against PK were paid off by early 2022. Now, if the robbery took place in 2021, I'm just saying. The house was bought in 2019, so their judgment liens would not attach to the real property. This was the main reason PK could not qualify for any loan with these perfected liens, according to LA County. And if the house was put in his name, their liens would attach to the equity. So remember how Dorit said that PK bought her that rose gold Bentley and how they moved into that brand new house season 2? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As for where PK got the money to pay off this $3.7 million debt, it appears unclear. But the house was robbed in 2021. The debt was paid in 2022. Now, some might say he used the insurance because I'm sure everything that was stolen was insured. And according to Dorit, all of her handbags were stolen and all of this and all of that and so forth and the other. Now, does that add up to $3 million? Don't know. Can't tell you. This information was suppressed at the time because the show did not want to spoil the illusion. That's what Ronald, that's what the attorney is alleging. And then he posted the documents that showed where the debt was paid in large lump sums in 2022. It was posted, so he pulled the documentation and he posted it. Now, this is what he posted on Twitter. Investigation update. Oh, I just read that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Paul had 2 large judgments. By early 2022, they were all paid. Creditors attacked Paul early on the show. This was concealed from the viewers. The house was bought in 2019, so their judgment liens were not attached to the real property. This was the main reason Paul could not qualify for any loans with these perfected liens in LA County. Where did Paul get close to $3.7 million to pay off his debts? This information was suppressed at the time because the show didn't want to spoil the illusion. Please do not share this with anyone, as we don't want to start getting menacing DMs from PK or Dorit's bots. More to follow as we peel back the Dorito onion one layer at a time. Now, again, he's joking. He's posting it on Twitter, so he absolutely knows everybody's going to read about it. But now there's a second post that involves Boy George. Here we go. Another complication in the Paul Dorit dissolution of marriage. Paul has leveraged and borrowed against the Boy George brand. If you don't know who Boy George is, you're too young to be reading this. LOL. The lender has a perfected lien on this asset. Dorit will be subordinate to the lien. This loan will get paid back first. You can review the broad pledge of collateral made by Paul, which Dorit is stuck with. Please keep this between us for now. Again, he's joking. Again, he posted a copy of the loan information. So let's break down what that means. What it means is as for what Dorit and PK stand for after his outing with Shayna the Source. Okay. Dorit feels like it was a calculated with, okay, they talking about, I don't care nothing about that. Now, after this information has come out, allegedly, Dorit posted this, and I say allegedly because I found it on TikTok, but I could not find it on Dorit's official social media. But that doesn't mean anything. People post and delete stuff all the time. So I'm going to read you what it says. But again, I'm saying that this allegedly came from Dorit's social media because, again, people post and delete all the time. It says here, PK said we were building a legacy, but all he built was a lie. The designer suits and borrowed smiles it's covered up. Yeah, y'all know how TikTok has this thing where they trying to get people to subscribe. Okay. And losing. Okay. He didn't just gamble in Vegas. He gambled with our home, our names, our children's future, loans against legends, debts buried under Boy George's band. And now my name is tangled in this chaos. I kept quiet. I stood by him. I believed in the illusion because walking away felt louder than staying. But silence is expensive. And now the bills come due. Let them whisper. Let them dig. Let them post the liens and list the debts. Because this time I won't protect the man who never protected me. I won't go down with this house of cards. I'll watch it burn and walk out in heels. Now, again, this is allegedly what Dorit posted because I did not find it. It's probably out there floating around. I don't know if it was a post to delete or I just didn't go to the right place. However, that allegedly is what Dorit said. Now, some might say, here we go, setting up a storyline for next season. But some might also say, because let me tell you what the TikTok world is whispering. The TikTok world is now going back to that that robbery, because we know that PK paid off his Las Vegas debts, and what they said was he used the money, the insurance money from the robbery to pay those debts off. Isn't that convenient? That this man, I forgot how much he was in debt to the Las Vegas casinos, but it was in the millions with an S, millions, and he was able to get enough from his insurance settlement from this robbery. Interesting, right? I ain't saying, listen, I told y'all from the beginning, and this is my opinion. Don't nobody come and try to sue me. This is my opinion. I told y'all from the beginning I didn't believe that robbery story. Because let me just tell y'all why I didn't believe the robbery story. Maybe I just know too many people. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, in my opinion, is going, if you're bold enough to break into someone's home that lives in the neighborhood where she lived, you bold enough to break in with weapons and hold that weapon to somebody's, against somebody's body, knowing that they have other people in that home, and rob them, and you gonna roll out, but you gonna leave the cell phone so that they can call, but you say, promise me you won't call till after we leave, and they leave the cell phone like by the door. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. And they took everything out in bed sheets. Remember, they had all the stuff wrapped up in bed sheets and they threw it over the fence. I'm sorry, what? How did y'all get in? And remember, Dorit wasn't supposed to be there. Remember, Dorit wasn't supposed to be home that night. Nobody was supposed to be at that house. And I was looking at a TikTok today that brought up PK's attitude about the robbery. Remember when they were in therapy and Dorit was talking about having PTSD, and remember how PK was like, girl, you doing too much. Like, why you being real dramatic? Like, it wasn't that serious. Y'all remember that? And a lot of people were like, well, damn, he's being real insensitive. Why is he being so insensitive? This woman got robbed. Y'all remember that? And remember, that's what Garcelle said. Garcelle never said that. What Garcelle said was that she thinks somebody knows the truth. She ain't never say who. I'm just saying. Those phones are trackable. I would have thrown it in a garbage can on the way out. Right. My thing is, I understand not taking the phone with you. Let's be clear. I get that. But baby, why you ain't throw that? Even if you left the phone, throw it on the ground on the outside of the gates. Why did you politely? I mean, if you saw the video, I don't have the energy. I don't have the time to pull the video up. But for those who did not see the video, the robbers very nicely and politely left the phone on the step. Like, they made sure they didn't break it. They made sure that they didn't, they stopped what they were doing. The one robber, he threw the stuff over the gate, and then he stopped what he was doing and gently laid her phone down and then proceeded to leave, because you wanted to make sure you didn't break that phone. I'm sorry. I wouldn't give a good damn about that phone. Matter of fact, I would make sure I broke the phone, because like you said, they can trace that shit. I would definitely have not left the phone that close to where she could get it that fast. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, there was video footage, Candy. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I got to get off of here. I'm sorry. Stupid criminals. And that could very well be it too. It could just be a case of stupid criminals. It could be a case of stupid criminals. Let me see if I can find the footage real quick, y'all, before I get off of here. Let me see. Let me go to the good old YouTube. Somebody got it on YouTube. Let me see. Let me find it. See if I can find it real quick. Child, y'all know this computer moving slow. Give me a second. Because if I put it on my phone, it may not be clear enough for y'all to see it. Let me see. Dorit and PK robbery footage video. Let's see what comes up. Let's see if we can find it. All right, let's look at this. I hope they don't flag my video. Here's the footage. Let me see. I hope they don't flag it. This is channel 7. Usually when it's a news station, they don't flag it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me share it. Let me share the screen. I mean, it could just be dumb criminals. Now we can all listen. There's no shortage of dumb criminals. Now we can always just, there's no shortage of a dumb criminal, All right, let's look at this together. And then we're going to get off of here, child, so I can go get dressed and get out of here. Uncle Jay said, no, I believe that Dorit and PK are the dumb criminals. All right, can y'all see this? Let me make sure y'all can see it. I'm going to try to make it as big as possible. Hold on. Child, I'm trying to make it big as possible. What the hell? Sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. All right, let me make it big enough for y'all to hear it. Fair use. Okay. All right, let's look at this.
We have breaking news at 11. Real Housewives robbers caught on camera. It was a terrifying night for a star of the hit show as armed bandits stole thousands of dollars in valuables. Tonight, the LAPD releasing crystal clear new surveillance video that could help bring them to
It's buffering.
justice. Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter live for us in Encino with that late break.
Okay, did y'all see? I'm gonna go back a little bit. This is the part I'm talking about. You see this guy right here? That bundle, that's a bundle full of stuff, probably purses and stuff like that. So he's gonna throw that bundle, the bed sheet, over the gate. He's the one that leaves the phone. So he throws the bundle over the gate and then he turns around and he lays the phone on the step. He don't throw it. He don't drop it. He don't even wait till he gets to the other side and throw it back over. I mean, yeah. I'm going to let y'all look at it again.
Home invasion robbery of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsley captured on camera. Police hoping the pictures will lead them to the suspects.
I need to know something, Camille.
The 45-year-old reality star was home during the terrifying crime October 27th. Police say the gunman threatened to kill her as she pleaded for her life, her children asleep in their rooms. In the video, the two suspects are seen calmly walking up to the large Encino home. It appears they discussed their plans at the back door before breaking in. Investigators say they made off with expensive handbags and luggage like this, as well as jewelry and watches. Kemsley has more than 1 million followers on Instagram. The reality star are often sharing images of her wealth and extravagant lifestyle.
Love it.
This video shows the star in her driveway behind the wheel of a
Child, I'm sorry. Just keep buffering, y'all.
high-end sports car. The suspect's stash in the robbery so large they dragged it out in a sheet, hauling it over the bushes to the street. Kemsley isn't the only Real Housewife who has been targeted.
Every single piece of jewelry or handbag.
This clear video of Kemsley's robberies will be the key to cracking the case. One of the two suspects seen wearing a distinctive pair of fancy shoes in addition to the black hoodies and dark pants. A third suspect also seen leaving the home and then backing up the getaway vehicle, a black four-door pickup.
That's the phone.
The trio
There's
disappearing
the phone.
into the night.
Did y'all see how he laid the phone down? Hold on. That's what I was looking for. Hold on. That's what I was
Disappearing
looking
into the
for.
night.
Do y'all see how he laid the phone down?
Of course, if you recognize
I'm going to say it one more time. Hold on.
disappearing into the night. Backing up the getaway vehicle, a black four-door pickup, the trio disappearing into the night.
You see how he just left the phone right there?
Of course, if you recognize any of those.
Now listen. I'm not saying that they were in on it. I'm just saying there was no sense of urgency from them men. They look like those were some designer loafers to the robbery. And then they very nicely walked out the back door. That was her phone. DMV Rebuild, that was her phone. She said that she begged them, leave the phone. Can you please leave my phone? So I forgot what she said, but she told them, that's the story she said. She asked them to leave the phone. And they did. Those are the nicest robbers I've ever seen in my life. Now, they were mean enough to put a weapon to your head and threaten to unalive you and your kids, but they were nice enough to leave the phone as they walked away. Right, laid it very nicely, gently laid the phone down, didn't throw it. I could even see if they threw the phone over the fence after they got away. You left the phone and y'all still loading up the getaway vehicle. Y'all are still loading up the getaway vehicle and you left the phone there. That is why people were suspicious. For the people who don't watch the show, now you understand why people were suspicious. And then with the insurance settlement, he was able to get out of debt. He was able to pay off these liens, and he owed Vegas casinos millions of dollars. He was able to pay all of his debt off. I'm going to say this. I agree with you, Quake. I don't think that Dorit would have included the kids. I don't think that she would even risk the kids accidentally walking in on that. And that's exactly what Garcelle said. Like, I'm not saying you had anything to do with it. I'm just saying somebody knows what happened. That's all Garcelle said. Somebody knows what happened. Now, for as much as Dorit gets on my nerves, I'm going to be honest and say, I don't think that Dorit would have put her kids, even if it was a fake robbery and it was fake weapons, I don't think she would have run the risk of her kids coming in on that. Because they did break the glass. I mean, that could have woken the kids up. You know what I'm saying? That part, I'm not going to put that on Dorit. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to put that on Dorit. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm not going to put that on Dorit. But I will say this. Depending on how ugly this divorce gets, Dorit might start singing. She might have a story to tell. Depending on how nasty this divorce gets. I mean, I'm just saying. You welcome, Quake Bull. You welcome. Y'all, let me get out of here. I have a meeting. I think my meeting starts at 7, child. I got to be walking out this door in about the next 20 minutes, and I got to get dressed because I can't wear what I got on to my meeting, okay? I got to get dressed and get the hell out of here. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Again, thank you to everybody that's supporting both channels. Thank you. If you are just discovering one channel or the other, go ahead and subscribe to both channels. It's ReallyBTV and then ReallyBTV Reviews. We have some new shows that are coming up. On the reviews channel, we have the membership we're starting up. We're going to start doing some retro content, and members will get first. They'll get the first crack-a-lack at the retro content. Now y'all got me thinking I might need to go start watching Shaw's I'm sure it's on Peacock. So I gotta find out. I don't know if they Don hit me up, text me if you know this information, because I'm about to get off of here now. Did they give a release date of when the new Shaw's, the Valley, the Shaw's reboot? Did they say when that was going to premiere? Is it going to premiere like in the fall? I feel like that's going to premiere in like the fall, because that'll give me time. That'll give me the summer to watch a couple of seasons. I ain't promising y'all I'm gonna watch 9 seasons of this show. Now, I don't know if I can give y'all 9 seasons, but I could at least find out who these people are, because I don't know these people. I only know MJ because she was on Traitors. I know RZA because he was on Traitors, but he was only on 1 episode. He was the first one killed on Traitors, so I don't really know him. But I may go back into Peacock and go watch a couple of seasons. I'm still doing the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let me know if y'all want me to keep reviewing. If y'all want me to go back to reviewing that, let me know if y'all want me to go back. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.